Question 1. Where did Gideon and his troops encamp? A. By the river Jordan. B. By the spring of Harod. C. On the hill of Moreh. D. In the valley of Jezreel. Answer B. By the spring of Harod. Question 2. Why did the Lord say Gideon had too many troops? A. They were not skilled enough. B. They would take credit for the victory. C. They were too fearful. D. They would not fit in the valley. Answer B. Credit for the victory. Question 3. How many troops returned home after Gideon's proclamation? A. 22,000. B. 10,000. C. 32,000. D. 12,000. Answer A. 22,000. Question 4. What method did the Lord use to reduce Gideon's troops further? A. A test of courage. B. A test of strength. C. A drinking test. D. A running test. Answer C. A drinking test. Question 5. How many men lapped the water like a dog? A. 100. B. 300. C. 500. D. 1000. Answer B. 300. Question 6. What did the Lord say he would do with the 300 men who lapped water? A. Send them home. B. Deliver Israel with them. C. Train them further. D. Send them to spy. Answer B. Did them. Question 7. Who did the Lord tell Gideon to take with him to spy on the Midianite camp if he was afraid? A. His brother. B. His son. C. His servant Purah. D. His fellow warrior. Answer Saint Purah. Question 8. What did Gideon hear when he reached the Midianite camp? A. A man telling a dream. B. A battle cry. C. The sound of camels. D. The Midianites praying. Answer A. A man telling a dream. Question 9. What did the cake of barley bread represent in the dream? A. The Midianites' defeat. B. The Israelites' food supply. C. The sword of Gideon. D. The Midianite army. Answer C. Gideon. Question 10. Into how many companies did Gideon divide his 300 men? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. Answer B. 3. Question 11. What signal were Gideon's men to follow when attacking the Midianite camp? A. A loud shout. B. The blowing of trumpets. C. The sound of breaking jars. D. Gideon's torch signal. Answer the blowing of trumpets. Question 12. What time of night did Gideon's attack begin? A. Early evening. B. Midnight. C. The beginning of the middle watch. D. Just before dawn. Answer: C. The beginning of the middle watch. Question 13. What was the battle cry of Gideon's men? A. For Israel. Quote. B. For the Lord and for Gideon. Quote. C. For the Lord's army. Quote. D. For victory. Quote. For the Lord and for Gideon. Quote. Question 14. What happened when Gideon's men blew the trumpets and broke the jars? A. The Midianites laughed. B. The Midianites were confused and fled. C. The Midianites surrendered. D. The Midianites attacked Israel. Answer: B. The Midianites were confused and fled. Question 15. What did the Lord cause to happen among the Midianites when Gideon's men attacked? A. A storm. B. An earthquake. C. They turned their swords against each other. D. They were struck blind. Answer: They turned their swords against each other. Question 16. Which tribes were called out to pursue the Midianites? A. Judah and Benjamin. B. Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh. C. Levi and Simeon. D. Dan and Ephraim. Answer: Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh. Question 17. What did Gideon ask the Ephraimites to do? A. Set up camp. B. Seize the waters as far as Beth Barah and the Jordan. C. Provide food for the troops. D. Guard the Israelite camp. Answer: Seize the waters as far as Beth Barah and the Jordan. Question 18. Who were the two captains of Midian captured by the Ephraimites? A. Oreb and Zeb. B. Sisera and Jabin. C. Eglon and Ehud. D. Zebah and Zalmunna. Answer: A. Oreb and Zeb. Question 19. Where was Oreb killed? A. In the valley. B. At the rock of Oreb. C. By the Jordan River. D. In the Midianite camp. Answer: B. At the rock of Oreb. Question 20. Where was Zeb killed? A. In the valley. B. At the rock of Oreb. C. At the winepress of Zeb. D. By the Jordan River. Answer: C. At the winepress of Zeb. Question 21. What happened to the remaining Midianites after their captains were killed? A. They regrouped for another attack. B. They surrendered. C. They fled beyond the Jordan. D. They were captured by Gideon. C. They fled beyond the Jordan. Question 22. The Lord said to Gideon, The troops with you are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hand. Quote, Judges chapter 7 verse 2. Why did the Lord say there were too many troops with Gideon? A. The troops were not strong enough. The Lord wanted Israel to know that He delivered them. C. The Midianites were too weak. D. The troops were disobedient. Answer B. The Lord wanted Israel to know that He delivered them. Question 23. So he brought the troops down to the water. And the Lord said to Gideon, all those who lap the water with their tongues, as a dog laps, you shall put to one side. All those who kneel down to drink, putting their hands to their mouths, you shall put to. Judges chapter 7 verse 5. What method did the Lord use to separate the troops? A. By their courage. B. By how they drank water. C. By their strength. D. By their loyalty. Answer B. Drank water. Question 24. Then the Lord said to Gideon, with the blank, that lap I will deliver you, and give the Midianites into your hand. Let all the others go to their homes. Judges chapter 7 verse 7. How many men did the Lord choose to deliver Israel? 1,000. B. 300. C. 500. D. 1,000. Answer B. 300. Question 25. When Gideon arrived, there was a man telling a dream to his comrade. And he said, I had a dream, and in it a cake of barley bread tumbled into the camp of Midian, and came to the tent, and struck it so that it fell. It turned upside down. The tent collapsed. Judges chapter 7 verse 13. What did the cake of barley bread symbolize in the dream? A. The strength of Midian. B. The coming of a famine. C. Gideon's victory. D. The destruction of Israel. Answer C. Gideon's victory. Question 26. When I blow the trumpet, I and all who are with me, then you also blow the trumpets around the whole camp, and shout, blank. Judges chapter 7 verse 18. What were Gideon's men instructed to shout? A. For Israel and for quote. B. For the Lord and for Gideon. Quote. C. For victory and for Gideon. Quote. D. For the Lord and for Israel. Quote. Answer B. For the Lord and for Gideon. Quote. Question 27. So Gideon and the 100 who were with him came to the outskirts of the camp at blank, when they had just set the watch. And they blew the trumpets and smashed the jars that were in their hands. Judges chapter 7 verse 19. When did Gideon and the Midianite camp? A. At dawn. B. At the beginning of the middle watch. C. At midnight. D. In the evening. Answer B. At the beginning of the middle watch. Question 28. When they blew the 300 trumpets, the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow and against all the army. And the army fled as far as Beth Shittah toward Zererah, as far as the border of Abel Meholah, by Tabbath. Judges chapter 7. What happened when the 300 men blew their trumpets? A. The Midianites attacked Israel. B. The Midianites surrendered. C. The Midianites fought against each other. D. The Midianites fled to Zererah. Answer. The Midianites fought against each other. Question 29. Then Gideon sent messengers throughout all the hill country of Ephraim, saying, Come down against the Midianites, blank. So all the men of Ephraim were called out. And they, blank. Judges chapter 7 verse 24. What did Gideon Ephraim to do? A. Attack the Midianite camp. B. Seize the waters against the Midianites. C. Join the main army. D. Protect their own towns. Answer. B. Seize the waters against the Midianites. Question 30. How many men in total were initially with Gideon before any were sent home due to fear or the water test? And how many remained with him after the Lord's final selection at the water? A. 32,000 initially. 300 remained. B. 2,000 initially. 10,000 remained. C. 22,000 initially. 1,000 remained. D. 32,000 initially. 1,000 remained. Answer. A. 32,000 initially. 300 remained. Question 31. When the Lord instructed Gideon to take his servant Purah and go down to the Midianite camp to overhear a conversation, which two types of enemies were mentioned as lying along the valley, as thick as locusts, with camels, countless as the sand on the A. Midianites and Amalekites. B. Moabites and Ammonites. C. Philistines and Canaanites. D. Edomites and Amorites. Answer. A. Midianites and Amalekites. Question 32. According to the text, the Midianite army fled to several locations after being confused by Gideon's surprise attack. Identify the sequence of places to which they fled, starting from Beth Shittah toward Zererah, and ending at the border of which location? Beth Barah and the Jordan. B. Abel Meholah by Tabbath. C. The valley of Jezreel. D. The hill of Moreh. Answer. B. Abel Meholah by Tabbath. Question 33. When Gideon instructed his men to use trumpets and jars as weapons, what were the exact actions they were told to perform with each item? And how did these actions contribute to the Midianites' confusion? A. Blow the trumpets. Then immediately the Midianites. B. Blow the trumpets. Smash the jars. Then reveal the torches inside. C. Smash the jars. Blow the trumpets. Then shout loudly. D. Light the torches. Blow the trumpets. Then break the jars. Answer. B. Blow the trumpets, smash the jars, then reveal the torches inside. Question 34. After the Midianites began to flee, Gideon called for reinforcements from specific tribes to pursue them and secure strategic locations. Which tribes responded to Gideon's call? And what key locations were they instructed to seize? A. Judah and Dan, the waters of Merom. B. Benjamin, Ephraim, and Reuben, the hills of Gilead. C. Naphtali Asher, and Manasseh, the waters as far as Beth-barah and the Jordan. D. Levi, Issachar, and Zebulanes of Moab. Answer: C. Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh, the waters as far as Beth-barah and the Jordan. Question 35. After Gideon reduced his troops at the Lord's command, he was left with 300 men. How were these men specifically selected? And what was the significance of their selection method in the context of the upcoming battle? A. By their speed, showing their readiness. B. By their method of drinking water, showing their alertness. C. By their ability to use weapons, showing their combat skills. D. By their prayerfulness, showing their faith. Answer: by their method of drinking water, showing their alertness. Question 36. The Midianite dream that Gideon overheard mentioned the cake of barley bread tumbling into the camp and collapsing a tent. What was the interpretation given by the Midianite soldier's comrade? And how did this interpretation directly relate to the outcome of the battle? A. The dream symbolized a coming famine that would weaken the Midianites. B. The dream represented Gideon's inevitable victory over the Midianites. C. The dream indicated a plague that would strike the Midianite camp. D. The dream foretold the fall of the Israelite camp of supplies. Answer: B. The dream represented Gideon's inevitable victory over the Midianites. Question 37. Gideon's battle strategy involved dividing his 300 men into 3 companies. What specific tactical advantage did this division provide during the nighttime attack on the Midianite camp? And how did it contribute to the confusion and defeat of the Midianites? A. It allowed for a simultaneous attack from 3 directions surrounding the camp. B. It concentrated all forces in one area for a stronger impact. C. It created the illusion of a larger army, causing panic among the Midianites, enabled a quick retreat if the attack failed. Answer: C. It created the illusion of a larger army, causing panic among the Midianites. Question 38. During the battle, the Israelites used an unconventional combination of weapons. Identify the specific items used and explain their symbolic significance in the victory over the Midianites. A. Swords and shields, symbolizing strength. Bows and arrows, symbolizing precision. C. Trumpets, jars, and torches, symbolizing divine intervention and light overcoming darkness. D. Slingshots and stones, symbolizing humility and God's power. Answer: C. Trumpets, jars, and torches, symbolizing divine intervention and light overcoming darkness. Question 39. After the initial attack by Gideon's 300 men, the Lord caused confusion among the Midianite soldiers, leading them to turn their swords against one another. What was the geographical significance of the locations to which the Midianite army fled? Locations contribute to their eventual defeat. A. They fled to high ground, where they were cornered and unable to escape. B. They fled towards the desert, where they were vulnerable and lacked resources. C. They fled towards rivers and hills, where is their escape routes. D. They fled to fortified cities, where they were besieged and overrun. Answer C. They fled towards rivers and hills, where the Israelites cut off their escape routes. Question 40. How many times is the name Gideon mentioned in Judges chapter 7? Quote A. 5 times. B. 8 times. C. 10 times. D. 12 times. Answer C. Question 41. How many times is the name Midian or Midianites mentioned in Judges chapter 7? Quote A. 4 times. B. 7 times. C. 9 times. D. 11 times. Answer D. 11 times. Question 42. What actions did the Lord instruct Gideon to perform to reduce the number of his troops? A. Send home those who were fearful and trembling. B. Conduct the water drinking test. C. Choose only those who lapped the water like a dog. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 43. Which of the following items did Gideon's 300 men carry into battle? A. Trumpets. B. Jars. C. Torches. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 44. Which of the following locations did the Midianite army flee to after Gideon's surprise attack? A. Beth Shittah. B. Zererah. C. The border of Abel Meholah by Tabbath. D. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 45. Who among the following were involved in pursuing the Midianites after their defeat? A. The men of Naphtali. B. The men of Asher. C. The men of Manasseh. D. All of the above. Answer the above. Question 46. Which of the following events happened after Gideon's men blew the trumpets and smashed the jars? A. The Midianites turned their swords against one another. B. The Midianite army fled. C. The Israelites pursued the Midianites. All of the above. Answer D. All of the above. Question 47. Who were the 2 men that Gideon took with him to the Midianite camp to overhear the soldiers' conversation? A. Joash and Purah. B. Oreb and Zeb. C. Naphtali and Manasseh. D. None of the above. Answer D. None of the above. Gideon took only Purah. Question 48. Which of the following tribes did Gideon call out to seize the waters of the Jordan after the Midianites fled? A. Judah, Simeon, and Levi. B. Reuben, Gad, and Ephraim. C. Zebulun, Issachar. D. None of the above. Answer D. None of the above. He called out Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh. Question 49. What did Gideon's men use to signal the start of their attack on the Midianite camp? A. Swords and shields. B. Bows and arrows. C. Slingshots and stones. D. None of the above. A. None of the above. They used trumpets, jars, and torches. Question 50. Which of the following sequences correctly orders the events after Gideon's initial reduction of troops? A. Gideon sends home the fearful. Gideon takes men to the water. The Lord selects 300 men. B. The Lord selects 3. Gideon takes men to the water. Gideon sends home the fearful. C. Gideon takes men to the water. The Lord selects 300 men. Gideon sends home the fearful. D. Gideon sends home the fearful. The Lord selects 300 men into the water. Answer A. Gideon sends home the fearful. Gideon takes men to the water. The Lord selects 300 men. Question 51. Which of the following sequences correctly orders the events leading to the Midianite defeat? A. The Midianites flee in confusion. Gideon divides his men into 3 companies. They blow the trumpets and break the jars. B. Gideon's men into 3 companies. They blow the trumpets and break the jars. The Midianites flee in confusion. C. They blow the trumpets and break the jars. Gideon divides his men into 3 companies. The Midianites flee in confusion. D. Gideon divides 3 companies. The Midianites flee in confusion. They blow the trumpets and break the jars. Answer B. Gideon divides his men into 3 companies. They blow the trumpets and break the jars. The Midianites flee in confusion. Question 52. Which of the following sequences correctly orders the events when Gideon approaches the Midianite camp? A. Gideon worships the Lord. Gideon and Purah overhear the dream. Gideon instructs his men to prepare for battle. B. Gideon instructs to prepare for battle. Gideon and Purah overhear the dream. Gideon worships the Lord. C. Gideon worships the Lord. Gideon instructs his men to prepare for battle. Gideon and Purah overhear the dream. D. Gideon and Purah overhear the dream. Gideon instructs his men to prepare for battle. Answer D. Gideon and Purah overhear the dream. Gideon worships the Lord. Gideon instructs his men to prepare for battle. Question 53. Which of the following sequences correctly orders the events regarding the pursuit of the Midianites? A. The Ephraimites seize the waters. Gideon calls for the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites capture Oreb and Zeb. B. The Ephraimites and Zeb. Gideon calls for the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites seize the waters. C. Gideon calls for the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites seize the waters. The Ephraimites capture Oreb and Zeb. D. Gideon calls for the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites capture Zeb. The Ephraimites seize the waters. Answer C. Gideon calls for the Ephraimites. The Ephraimites seize the waters. The Ephraimites capture Oreb and Zeb.